Hello everyone, we will continue the topic ABAP on HANA, and currently we are covering CDS view, and in this particular video we will start with aggregate functions into the CDS view, how we can use the aggregate functions into the CDS view. Now in CDS view we can use the various aggregate functions like sum, count, max, min, average into the CDS view itself. You all know CDS view runs on the database layer. If aggregate functions runs on the database layer itself and we are directly getting the results on the application layer, so how much performance effective it is. So firstly, what I will do, I will take a requirement. Based upon that requirement, we will use the aggregate function sum into that CDS view. We'll simply check the output of that CDS view, and then we will use in the program, and you will understand, yes, how performance effective it is, because your aggregate function sum runs on the database itself, and we will simply get the result onto the application layer. So what is our requirement? I will go to VBAK table. You all know VBAK is our sales document header table. Customer will give the date as the input. Creation date will act as a input. Whenever the date will act as a input, suppose I will go for this particular date, customer want the sum of amount column. You can see what is our amount column. So if I will check into this particular table, NETWR, this is our amount column. NETWR, net value of the sales order. Customer want the sum of the net value based upon that particular date. Suppose if I will go for the contents and I will show you what customer want. Customer will give the date as the input. Yes, suppose this is the date as the input. Whenever customer will give the date as the input, we will make sum of the amount column, NETWR. I will take in the output list first to show the demo. I will go for settings, formal list, choose fields. I will take ERDAT. I will take NETWR, and I will take currency also, because we will display the amount in currency. I will go to execute. Now, whenever customer will give the date as the input, we will make sum of the amount column. Suppose as of now, suppose I will not go for sum. I will again make the sum and show you. Suppose whenever I will give the date as the input, we will make sum of the amount column. Suppose now I will make sum. This is sum. So I will simply get this result. Suppose if 18 February 2024 is the input, so it will give 97,159 euro. This 110 GBP, yes, dot triple zero, it's GBP. 240 INR, yes, 1000 USD. So I should get this particular result based upon this particular date as a input. Customer want the sum of the amount column, yes, based upon this particular date. And yes, we need to take currency into consideration because we want the sum based upon currency wise. So we will simply achieve this requirement through CDS view, and in that CDS view, we will go for aggregate function sum, and we will simply use the sum aggregate function. CDS view will run on that database and we will get the result. So what I will do, I will start with the creation of the CDS view. So I will right click on to data definition, new data definition. I will give some name to the CDS view. This is our 14th number CDS view. I will give the description. Suppose I will write amount based upon creation date. I'll write total amount. We'll go for next. And we will create a CDS view. And yes, I will create a CDS view with parameters because we are taking date as a input. Yes. I will go to next and I will go to finish. In case you are not able to create CDS view entity, no problem. You can simply go for DDIC based CDS view. Now we will create a CDS view. And we started with aggregate functions. After that, we'll go for arithmetic expression, string expression. Now we will learn how we can apply all those functions, expressions into the CDS. Now I will create a CDS view with parameters because date will act as an input. So I am writing with parameters. Yes, now I will take a parameter. You all know how to take a parameter. Suppose I am writing P underscore ER dat. We need to use colon. And after that, I am passing the data element. Yes, this is the way how we are going. We already covered, yes, how to create a CDS view with parameters. Now, what is our data source? I will go to VBA. Select from VBA. Now we will take the various columns. We have single table. I can directly specify the columns also, or you can go for table name dot column name. It is totally your wish. So just see what is our requirement. We want to make sum of amount, yes, based upon date. And yes, we are taking currency also into consideration, yes. So I need to take these three columns and we will make sum of this. So what is our first column? ER dat. So I will write VBAK dot. I will go to ER dat. You can directly specify ER dat also, no issue, because we have a single table. Now I will go to second column. We want to make sum of this. So how I will use the aggregate function sum because our topic is this only. So how I will write? I will simply go for sum. So I will write sum. I want to make sum of which particular column? NETW. Now, here I will just proceed further. I will show you the error, then I will correct it. Because it is not the case if you forget, as we will simply tell where the mistake is. Now I will go for third column. Now, what is our third column? Our third column is WAERK, which is our currency column. Yes. I will write VBAK dot. What is our column? WAERK. WAERK. Now we will simply correct the error up to this level. Okay. Suppose firstly, it is giving the error. Yes. You are making sum of this particular column, but you have not created the alias. So the first important point is whenever you are going for aggregate functions, yes, compulsory you need to pass the alias name. Suppose I am giving the alias as I'm saying amount. It means it will make sum of amount column and it will display under what will be the name of label of the column amount. In SAP ABAP new syntaxes also I explained this particular part. Now I will simply go for next thing. Here what the error is. It is saying group by clause is missing. See, you are making sum of this NETWR, but on the basis of what? On the basis of which particular column we are making the sum. So whenever on the basis of what we are making sum, I will simply specify through group by. We are making sum of NETWR column based upon which particular group? Yes, ER dat. What is our group? Date. So I will write group by. Now I am writing ER dat. Now I will get another error. Now what is the error? The next error, it is saying column WAERK is not specified in the group by list. Now another important point. See, I have specified only ER dat in the group by clause, but here I have taken WAERK also. So what SAP is saying or SAP is giving the error, you need to take WAERK also in the group by clause. So we have the another important point. See, for this particular NETWR, yes, you applied the aggregate function. So we are not getting the error for this. Whatever the other columns you are taking into the selection list, they must be the part of your group by clause. Now the another important point, yes, now whatever the columns you are taking into the selection list, if you are not applying the aggregate functions onto that, we are not applying aggregate function onto this, we are not applying aggregate function onto this, they must be specified in the group by clause. All other columns must be specified in the group by clause. So compulsory, I need to specify WAERK. It is mandatory. See, for this particular column, yes, we applied the aggregate function. So it is not that we need to specify this into this group by clause. Other columns must be specified. Now I will check the another error, what the error is. See, I'm writing and based upon error, I'm correcting because it is not the case that you need to cram the syntax. Just proceed, SAP will automatically give the errors where the problem is. Now I will see where the problem is. Now you all know, this is your amount column. You need to specify reference table and reference field. So how we will specify the reference table and reference field? I will use the annotation, and that part is also explained in the previous videos. I will go for the annotations. I will write semantics. I will go for dot. Now you all know, yes, we have this particular annotation. I will go for this amount. We have this amount. If I will check, I will write simply, yes, amount dot currency code. We need to specify reference table and reference field if you know, yes. So our reference field, yes, it is in the same. So I will simply write WAERK. We are simply saying this amount column is referred to which particular field? WAERK. Yes. Now I will check where the another problem is. It's a warning. It is saying you have not used the parameter P_ER_dat. So I will use the parameter. You all know how to use. I will pass the where condition. Now I will write ER_dat is equal to, you all know how you can pass. You need to write dollar parameters dot. So whenever you will give dot, it will give you all the parameters you are using into the CDS view. Now I will simply check the syntax. It is just, I'll check, I will go for activate. And you can see there is no error, everything is correct. Yes, I'll check, is there any problem? Warning. Yeah. So what is the summary of this particular video? Yes, into this particular video, we started with how we can use the aggregate functions into the CDS view. And we started with a requirement. What is our requirement? Customer will give the date as the input and customer want a sum of the amount column. Yes. So we have taken the requirement. We have checked the data into this VBAK table. This currency we need to take into consideration. Yes. So based upon that, we created a CDS view with parameters and date will act as an input. So P underscore ER dat parameter name colon, you need to give the data element. Now after that, we have taken the first column. We need to make sum. So I have written sum, which particular column and ETWR. Whenever you are applying aggregate functions, mandatory we need to create alias. We got the error, we created the alias. We took currency column, this WAERK. After that, we got the error. You need to go for group by clause because on what basis you want a sum. So I've specified group by ER tag. But it is compulsory saying you need to take WAERK. And if you see this, we need to take WAERK because we are making sum based upon this WAERK also. Yes, the sum is based upon this date and this particular currency. So we got the error, we specified WAERK also. Then we covered the important point. Whatever the columns you are specifying into the selection list, it must be specified in the group by clause. Yes, important point is on what column you are applying the aggregate function. There is no need to specify that. You need to take other columns. Yes. After that, we simply got the error for this. We specified the reference field. Yes. After that, we have specified this dollar parameter, whatever is our input. Now, in the next video, we'll check the output of this CDS view. We will use into the program and then we will go for filtration also, how we can apply the filter here. So that's it in this video. Thank you.